Hello ladies and gentlemen, Green here, and I present you my Just League Flash. It ain't a perfect build by any means, because the talents are still rare for the most part. And we got some lethal in there, because we got null blades with some lethal tag damage, so that's again a pretty questionable choice there, so we could maybe have subtracted that for some attack. But other than that, my Just League Flash is looking very solid. And I've been using him in one of my 6 teams on this account as damage dealer. And the problem that I've encountered, not necessarily a problem but a question, is what to do instead of the all blades, because the biggest problem of Just League Flash is the fact that he kind of sucks with all blades. I mean, don't get me wrong, he still does decently well with all blades, but it's just not the optimal gameplay for him and not the best time for him, because when you have all blades, you ideally want to tag in and out real quick, and his special tree animation doesn't help with that. And at the same time, because of how this character works, he's a character that benefits far more from staying in the fight throughout the entire fight. And you can do that if you got high level soul raid artifacts, and I do that in Dawn of Apocalypse with the Firebox, and that performs amazingly. But when it comes to Advent of Chaos, the only things I got is 2 chakras. So then there comes the question, what does better? A Flash in Advent of Chaos with this level 8 Firebox that we have here? Or a Flash in Advent of Chaos tagging in and out and using Special Tree with this Soul Blaze that I get here? And this is pretty much what we're going to cover here, because I've kind of struggled with this thing myself a lot, because the damages seem very similar. The only difference is in terms of playstyle, and we'll go more in depth into that. But yeah, well, that being said, let's take a look at the fights and then let's draw some conclusions. Okay, so over here we got my boy Just League Flash with the Firebox on. It's a level 8 Firebox, I did show it to you previously. And we're going to go into 2 hits, double swipe right. Actually 3 hits, double swipe right, because that's more optimal in terms of getting out there as many swipes as possible. We do have Silver Bane in here because this dude doesn't have any armor, so having an Aquaman wouldn't serve much of a purpose. In the fight that you'll see afterwards, I will be using an Aquaman for the purpose of being a combo builder for Flash, but over here that thing is definitely not did it, so we're going to go with Cyborg and Bane. And we're pretty much doing our best to deal as much damage as possible on basic attacks. Over there I messed up because I should have done the super move before him for a little bit more damage, and then tagged out and tagged one of my other characters to tag the super move. But thankfully I didn't die to his super move and we applied ours, so it's fine. Also, I messed up a bit in this fight with the Firebox. I think overall the one with all blades was the better gameplay. But that just goes to prove that the damage is very similar in both scenarios, because here I kind of have the advantage that I have Silver Bane, and in the other one I didn't. But in the other one I did perfect gameplay, and I'm not bragging about it. That fight that you'll see after this is going to be very easy to tell if I played well or not, because if I do one mistake I'm going to die. So yeah. With this one, I'm not really using special trees against him, because the Firebox mainly gives us a lot of damage on the swipe rights, but we're lacking a lot in terms of attack while doing this. And at the same time, this dude has to some extent reduced receive damage from abilities. Again, I don't know how that is calculated, but as you'll see in the fight that will proceed after this one, I don't really think that matters, really. I really don't think that was implemented correctly, and don't get me wrong, I'm not mad about it. It's not like I'm gonna write a complaint to NetherRealms, yo guys, your ability damage reduction on bosses doesn't work, but yeah. It's to the point where it doesn't matter if they have it or not. So yeah, we're dealing on swipes. If it's both a crit and a fast tech hit, we're going to deal around 250k, and yeah, that's decent. It's by no means comparable to the amounts of damage we were able to pull off in Dawn of Apocalypse. And Just League Flash would do so well with high level Advent of Chaos artifacts, but I don't have them on this account. So I would love to be able to give you my level 8 Sword of Salvation, but that's on the other account, and I'm dropping some fat cash on this account as well. We're trying to keep this more free-to-play oriented and to be more relatable to you guys. Maybe I'll build Flash on the other accounts, though I doubt it. But yeah, that's about it with the Firebox. We messed up a bit at the start and one more time towards the end, but overall nothing major. Got his opportunity to shine. Okay, 40 mil. Now, yet again, this team is going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage because we're using Aquaman here, and the passive of Aquaman is not really necessary here because this dude doesn't have any armor, so we're not getting much out of it. Flash in there, doing 2 combos. Aquaman back in there, combo interrupting again, doing another combo. Flash going back in there, combo interrupting and doing another combo. We'll transition into using special trees, obviously. I even have the All Blades with special tree damage on. So I think I should have put the one with lethal attack damage, now that I think about it, because I have some lethal on him, and that kinda should have a purpose, you know? Right here we're going to stay a little bit longer, not the most optimal thing in terms of All Blade stacks, I know, but we wanted to get our super move out of the way. Aquaman tanking that like a champ, backing off a bit. Again, we have the 2 chakras on Aquaman and Cyborg, but they were also equipped while I had the firebox on Just Like Flash, so the passive bonuses we receive from that are going to be lenient throughout the entirety of the fights. Right now we're trying to push him back all the way to a corner because he needs to be in the corner after we do the special tree. Again, a combo interruption tag from Flash, I think that will be the last one. There we go, he's in the optimal position to receive the special tree. There we go, full combo into a special tree. And yeah, the part of it that did crits was like 1 million, so let's say it's in total around 2 million damage. And boy, that for the Just League team, to be honest, that doesn't really seem like their thing that reduces the damage from the abilities is really effective. So yeah, the main difference between this team and the other team is the fact that while the previous team relied actually only on the damage that we did on basic hits, this team is going to mostly rely on the damage that we did on the special tree, combining that with the fact that we're going to always be on a 40 hit combo because of the passive of Just Like Flash, and combining it with a little bit of damage that we also do on hits with the Flash tagging. So yeah, overall it's gonna be over here I combo interrupted by mistake. I should have gone for a special tree. I'm sorry, lads. It's just habit, okay? It's habit. I'm used to combo interrupt with this dude. But yeah. Though this team is far more risky than the previous one, because you're going to have to execute the taggings perfectly, and if you mess up, no matter how and when you mess up, you're going to ruin the whole fight, because if you mess up with Flash, Flash is going to die. You might revive it with Aquaman again, but that's gonna cost you a ton of energy to do so, and you lose a lot of time. If your Aquaman dies, then who's gonna revive Just Like Flash? Flash is very vulnerable with All Blades on compared to the firebox. At some point you need to tag out perfectly, because even the hit before the tag out from Bane, that even if you block it can kill you. So yeah, overall a far more risky fight, but we'll manage to pull a little bit more damage. A little bit more damage. Yeah, that's it. That's the damage. Okay, lads, so what did we learn today? All Blades does slightly more damage if you have absolutely perfect gameplay. But keep in mind, if you're not able to have absolutely perfect gameplay, if you're not able to be a mobile gamer legend like I obviously am, you're not gonna be able to get more damage out of the All Blades, so just use the firebox. Granted, it's high level enough, which is most likely not gonna be for a lot of you. Honestly, I don't know to what extent this video was helpful or not, but yeah, if you're able to pull the All Blades combo, then definitely do it. If not, the firebox is an option. Like, it's better to deal some damage than die. But yeah, all that being said, yeah, I don't know. I really wish Just Like Flash was not a character that was so dependent on soul rate artifacts and soul rate specific artifacts. Like, if I had a Sword of Solution on this bad boy, I would destroy bosses with him. But yeah, it is what it is. And with all that being said, I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye.